You said you hurt easy. When you were talking about who you are as a person, you said, because you're sober, you're in tune with a lot of things, which means you can go to the heights when you're on stage, but you also hurt easy. You said you can be hurt easily. What did you mean by that?
Well, when you seek a higher level of awareness, which a bow hunter must do, and a totally dedicated musician will want to seek a higher level of awareness to musically communicate and sponge ideas from your fellow musicians. So in my lifetime dedicated to that attentiveness, and plus when I drive down the driveway, I'll be going 60 miles an hour, and I'll see a shotgun shell case from last season. I'll put on the brakes and go grab it. I really have quite a radar. I really pick up my surroundings. So when it comes to heart, I lost my brother John back in January.
Sorry.
And I just couldn't get over it. I'm still not over it. My sister and my other brother and I, we talk about mom and dad, and I do so much work with heroes of the military that have given up their legs and their arms and their skin. I'm contacted by families all the time with terminally ill kids because they see their kids. I have a TV show here called The Spirit of the Wild, and I'm hunting and playing with the dogs and planting crops and being a conservationist. And I'm a smart ass, and kids like a smart ass. And so these little boys and girls, they watch my show and they love my song Fred Bear and Spirit of the Wild. And I'm always teaching kids how to shoot the bow and arrow and safe gun handling. And so they relate to the old guy. And when the families go through that indescribable trauma of losing a child, so many times their last request was to go hunt with Ted Nugent. Well, before the kid shows up, I'm a wreck. Just knowing that, how did I ever qualify to be invited into this family's life at this time? And it just tears you apart. But then when they come, I can't cry. They came to have a good time. And so I have to call out. It's like when Elton John had to sing that song at Lady Di's funeral. I always think of how he did that. He made it. And so when these little boys and girls, or a soldier who comes and gives me their Purple Heart, and then a month later they kill themselves, I'm tested. These are tests. And I don't always pass them. I share that human tragedy that even though I'm not their family member, though I lost my brother John, so I understand. I lost my mom and I lost my dad. I lost my bandmates. So if I'm going to be Mr. Out of Control, fun, intense guy, and I'm really, really good at that, and I really am that, I'm also the guy that can be hurt to that level. And so I think when you talk empathy, you have to share a campfire with a little girl that's not going to make it to her 7th birthday and get her to laugh roasting marshmallows and catching a bluegill. And I do. And their parents keep in touch with me, and they tell me every time, I don't know how you did that, but they hadn't laughed in over a year. And it was the last laughter they had before they died. So I'm sure you're understanding this. You can just imagine. But what an honor, what a privilege. I mean, I think I'm a bad mofo. I think I'm a force to reckon with, but I cannot imagine how the hell I ever qualified for those moments. So it fortifies me, and it makes me more dedicated to the things I believe in, because obviously the things I believe in and I articulate is part of the attraction to those families. And if they like it that much, it has to be good. Because if they're tested to that nth degree, that's the ultimate test. If they think of me, the goofy guitar player, during that test, and I'm invited, holy smokes, Brian. I'm expressing it pretty good, but I'm also stumbling to really try to grasp it and understand it. So that's what makes me what I am. My good, my bad, my ugly, and I think I've reduced my bad and ugly pretty good, and I think I've maximized my good pretty good. And obviously, if those families in those moments of their lives even think of the name Ted Nugent, I must be rocking.